Bernard Tobin here at the National Farm Machinery Show. Catching up with Zach Statesco from AGCO. Zach, how's it going?
It's been good. It's been busy. It's been a pretty exciting day here so far.
Hey, one thing that's really exciting is the Fendt Ideal Combine. Rolled out last year. Let's get an update. What are growers like about it? What are they telling you?
Yes, sir. So, this is a big year for us. I mean, it was the first year of mass production. We got the combine out and various number of crops, and I think the big thing we've seen is the performance between, whether it be wheat or peas or canola or corn or beans. I think the growers that I've talked to and the farmers that I've worked with are been impressed with the performance as far as you look at everything from what you're keeping in the combine and how clean is it, what you're keeping in the combine, how quick can you push it. So far this year we had a pretty good year, whether it be from east to west, north to south. We covered a lot of ground, and like I said, it was a big year for us. I mean, getting machines out and working directly with their dealers and customers, and overall it was a good experience for everybody involved.
What features are they talking about?
So the biggest ones this year, the one that wows people most right off the bat is the unloading rate. You hear 485 bushels in the bin, 6 bushels a second, and it sounds great, but until you see it in the field, it really kind of captivates people. And I think what we've noticed, when we go out and we say we run against a competitive machine or just run in the field, you figure out how much time you actually spend unloading in an entire harvest, especially when you get into crops like corn, you get higher yields there. If you're saving every time you unload that tank, if you're saving 20 seconds of time, that's 20 seconds at the cart, 20 more seconds for that cart to get back to the truck, for that truck to get to the elevator, that truck to get back from the elevator, and that's 20 more seconds for the cart to get back to the combine. And so I think, it's important during harvest to keep the machine moving, right? And I think being able to have the grain tank capacity and being able to unload it that fast, I think that was one of the most captivating things we saw this year.
We had a pretty tight harvest window, a pretty wet harvest window. How do those tracks fare this year?
So the harvesting window, this fall is more like a harvesting peephole. And so being able to make those acres or make those hours in the field count is the big thing. Being able to get into wet situations, what a lot of our growers have seen is that you get into the situations where the crop is ready but the ground's not. And we've been out harvesting in standing water situations like that. So being able to get in the field and stay in the field and get through those adverse situations is super important right now, especially when there's still crop out there left to harvest. And we're here in the middle of February yet. So what a lot of our growers saw this year, especially with the track ride system, is just impressive flotation, being able to try to make more hours in the field, being able to get into those adverse situations, when the crop's ready but the ground's not ready necessarily.
What about AGCO? What have you guys noticed? Obviously, it's forever changing, evolution. You'll be making updates. Anything that you guys want to focus on?
Well, I think it's very important for us to, we're happy with what we have as far as the machine that we have here with the Fendt Ideal, but we need to, we understand it's important to continue to innovate. And, we want to be the market leaders when it comes to new ideas and new features on the combine, and that's something we're going to continue to do, you'll see it in 2020 as well with some of the features and some of the new items that we'll release coming up here in 2020. I think will be some game changers, for what our growers are asking for and what they're looking for. And we're going to continue to do that year after year. We need to make sure, that we're right there at the top when it comes to leading and innovating.